Raman adds 12% of his salary in PPF. 3/8 of the remaining amount is spent in clothing, and the difference between PPF and clothes expense is 21,000. Remaining amount is spent on house rent and other expenses. If the house rent expense is 3,000 less than other expenses, then what is the house rent expense? Okay, so let's say that Raman's monthly salary is 100, and Raman adds 12% of his salary in PPF. So 12% of 100 is 12, and he adds this in PPF. So what is his remaining amount? It is 88. Okay, 3/8 of the remaining amount is spent in clothes. So 3/8, this is the remaining amount, and 3/8 of this remaining amount is spent on clothes. And the difference between PPF and clothes expense is 21,000. So his spending on clothes is 8 1 11 into 3 is 33. So the difference between PPF and clothes here is 33 minus 12 is 21. So according to our assumptions, the difference between PPF and clothes is 21. But according to the question, the difference between PPF and clothes expense is 21,000. So that means this 21 is equals to 21,000. Alright. So now if 33 is spent on clothes, how much is left now? 88 minus 33, 55 is left. Remaining amount is spent on house rent and other expenses. So this remaining amount 55 is spent on house rent and other expenses. All right. So we know that 21% is equals to 21,000. So what will be this 55 be equal to? Now we know that this 25 when multiplied by 1000, we get 21,000. So we can do similar thing over here. So 55 multiplied by 1000 will get 55,000. So we know that this 55 is equals to rent plus other expenses. So we are given that rent plus other expenses is equals to 55,000. All right. Now question is telling me if house rent expense is 3,000 less than other expenses. So house rent expense is 3,000 less than other expense. All right. Or I can say that other expense is equals to this 3,000 goes on the right hand side. So other expense is rent plus 3,000. So now what I'll do is substitute this other over here. So we get rent plus this rent plus 3,000 is equals to 55,000. Or I can say that this is 2 rent is equals to 55,000 minus 3,000 gives us 52,000, and 2 2s are 4, 1 2 6 are 12. So we have the rent which is equals to 26,000, and that is what we are asked in the question, right? That is then what is the house rent expense? So house rent expense is 26,000, and this is our required answer. So here option B is the correct one.